All right, so starting with your screens, okay? You have your odometer right here, lets you know how fast you're going. You have your regen gauge, lets you know whenever you press fully on the accelerator. When the needle shoots all the way up, you're using a lot of energy. When the needle's where it's at is when you're reserving energy. You have your 2 air pressure gauges, but during the test, for air brake test, you're always gonna follow the middle gauge, okay? You have this screen that tells you your odometer, your battery, and how much voltage you have. And you have this pre-trip button. When you press the pre-trip button, all your lighting indicators on the dashboard will come on. And then again, that is how you're gonna explain to the instructor that my lighting indicators are working. You're gonna talk about a few of them if you want to bring up, you know, ABS, high beams, your seatbelt light, any of those, or traction control. You just want to explain to him if it's blinking, it means that the light is getting ready to go out. And then to reset it, you could wait, or you could just press it and it'll reset itself, okay? Right down here, you have your climate control, and that is how you're gonna be controlling your defroster and explain to the instructor that you have cold heat and hot heat. Sorry, cold air and hot air. When you press this button, it'll automatically turn it on, and if you put your hand up here, you'll be able to feel the cold air. When the cold air comes out, you tell the instructor that it's working properly, and then you could just turn it on, okay? On the left, the first button you're gonna have right over there is the interior lights. So if you push it to the bottom, push it down, it only turns on the top hallway lights. Okay, if you push it all the way to the top, push it up, it turns on the hallway lights and the lights along the windows. Okay, so next to that, put it back all the way down. Cool. Now the next one is going to be the front lights. Push it down, it turns on these front lights. Turn it off, it turns off only the front lights. Okay, so next is going to be the reading lights. Okay, if you push it up, your passengers will be able to control the reading lights.
That's a step requested.
The reading lights.
The other button. Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so if you put it in the middle, the passengers won't have access to it. And then if you push it all the way down, it's how you test all your reading lights along the bus to make sure that they're working properly, okay? So next to that is the exterior lights. The only one that matters is if you're driving in the nighttime, push it up.
Here.
You push it up, it turns on the exterior lights.
And for high beams?
High beams, you're gonna use your left foot. The middle button at the top.
That one?
Yeah. Push
For
it.
high beams.
You see?
Okay.
Turn it off.
Okay.
Okay. So next row on the bottom, you're gonna have your 4-way flashers, the red triangle.
Hazard?
Yep. Those are your 4-ways. Okay. Next is the vestibule light. Again, you turn off the interior lights first. Turn off the interior, the next one. Yeah, there you go. Now you'll be able to turn on your vestibule light. And then again, that's that light in the back. That one, turn it off. And then it's off.
Okay,
right.
because it has a wheelchair.
Exactly.
Okay.
So again, use the pictures as guides, okay?
Yeah, it has a picture.
So again, the next one is the dehumidifier. That lets you know how to remove the humidity from the bus. Now the next 2 buttons are the important ones. That's how you're gonna turn off the bus and turn it on. Start and ignition. All right, so let's turn off the bus. Press the ignition down. Cool. And then again, that is how you turn off the bus, okay? To turn it back on, you wanna wait about 10 seconds because you don't wanna blow a fuse. So you don't wanna move too quick, all right?
So for pre-strip inspection, to check the lights, I just need to be on ignition mode, right? It cannot have the engine on.
To check what lights?
Outside.
No, you wanna have your bus on.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead and turn it on. Cool, so when you turn your bus on, you have the hourglass, okay? You want that hourglass to disappear before you hit the start button, okay? So let me know when that hourglass disappears.
It disappeared.
Okay, go ahead and put your foot on the brake. Okay, now press the start button, push it up, and watch the screen. You see that spinning circle?
Mm-hmm.
And the green battery. That lets you know your bus is fully on, okay? If that green battery is blinking, if it's red, if it's blinking red, it's not on. It has to be solid green. Okay, solid green means your bus is on. Okay, so moving on to the left side. Okay, over here you have your two controllers for your doors. Okay, so once it's front door, go ahead and press it. Front door will open and your four ways come on. Go ahead and close it. You close it and then your four-way flashes will turn off. All right, next one is the mid door. Press the mid door, push it up. So that buzzer you're hearing is letting you know, hey, your door's open. Okay. Go ahead and close it.
So every time I open the door, the four-way flashers turn on by themselves.
Yep. And then they turn off. So.
Okay. And it has the arrow, so it tells you to open and it tells you to close.
Correct. All right. The button to the left of that, the one that says Neo, you don't have to worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
Don't press that. So that over there is your
For my mirrors,
for your mirrors.
my flat mirrors.
Right. The convex you have to adjust them by hand. Remember, you don't get a button for that.
Yeah, you push them or you pull them
You just
Right.
push the corners. Yeah.
from outside.
Yep.
Oh,
from
just the corners.
Yep.
Okay, not the arm.
Nope.
Oh, okay,
Not the
okay.
arm,
Just the corners from the
corners.
glass.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Override.
Override. You don't have to worry about that
Okay.
button. That's a maintenance button.
Apps. Snow. We don't have
You don't
snow. This.
So that is the regen control. Okay, that is how you're gonna control how hard you want your bus to brake. That goes
Okay,
connected with
okay,
this.
that thingy.
Okay.
Okay, so we're supposed to have it only at 3,
So
right?
if you have it at 3, when you take your foot off the accelerator, you're gonna coast for a long time. Put it at level 5. Level 5. When you take your foot off the accelerator, your bus is gonna brake harder.
Okay,
Okay?
boom.
Exactly. So you're
Okay.
gonna feel the push a
So
little
we
bit
don't want
harder.
that. So we just.
You can leave it at 3 or 4. Okay.
Okay.
So next to the right of that is your gears. Okay, your gear select. You have
Reverse, neutral, and drive.
Right. If you're in drive and you need to back up the bus, you have to press neutral first and then reverse. And if you're in reverse and you want to go to drive, neutral first,
And
then
then
drive. All right. Next row of buttons. What's the first one over there?
Unload, load.
Again, you don't have to worry about that. That's a maintenance button. Next is
rear
rear
raise.
raise.
The one for the bump or something
Just
like that.
just the back of the bus. And then
Okay.
again, to activate it, you want to be going at least 3 miles per hour. Okay. Next is level
Recover.
control.
Level control.
That's how you're gonna control whenever you need to pick up a wheelchair. Okay. So go ahead and press. We're gonna activate the wheelchair ramp. So back there, lift that up. Press it down. Press level control down. So once you press it down, if you watch your screen right here, it has
Yes,
the 2
cameras.
screens for you to board your wheelchair. Okay. Once you finish boarding your wheelchair, you gotta drop the whole switch.
I turn this off.
Baja todo. Yep. And then you're gonna press the brake and watch your screen clear. Press the brake. There you go. Now you press the button next to it which says recovered.
The switch, you don't turn it off?
You did. You turned it off already.
When you close it, it turns off by itself?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
All right. So that's how you do that. Okay. And then again, we'll practice that more often.
Okay.
So the next row on the left is your tag lock. Okay.
Axle.
Again, you don't have to worry about that because the tag axle is automatic. Whenever you're going
Okay.
under 15 miles per hour, it turns with the front. Anything over 15, it stays in the stable position. Okay. Next is the 110 volt. That is to control the plugins for your passengers. If you have it
If
on,
they want to charge the
they'll
phone.
be able to plug. If
Okay,
you have
to
it in
charge
the
the
off
phone.
position, yes. All right. Next
Okay.
is the panel light. That controls the brightness of the panels.
Okay.
All right. Next is the driver's light. Turn it on. Yep. It turns on the light right above you. Okay.
My light.
Yep. And then that's
This is
the
a step light.
step light. Again, the way they work is you have to open the door.
Oh,
If you
okay.
don't open the door, it's
Okay.
not going to work. Next level down, you don't have to worry about those 3 switches.
These
First one?
3.
Nope.
These 3.
Yep. 1.
These
Yeah,
3.
those 3. You don't have to worry about
Okay, just from chain to here.
Yes, and then again, chime is how you're going to be opening and closing your front door.
Okay.
And then the blinds is how you're going to be bringing down the shade. Okay?
And okay, this is for up, down. This is for this one. This is for the other one. Left and right. Okay. And this is for the air brakes, right?
It is water. Roland's water over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you?
Okay, so this is for the emergencies, right? For the air brakes.
Don't worry about those switches.
Okay.
I won't talk about them because I don't want you guys to know what they're